Welcome to today's video. My name is Satwant from Digital Money Lab. In today's video, I want to talk about how the move towards digital cash is going to result in everybody using different mediums of exchange in future, rather than simply using a digital version of the currency that we use today. The way I personally see it, there are going to be three fronts in the digital cash arms race. The first one is open versus closed standards. By this I mean something like standard bank transfers or bank payments, which can be made to anybody anywhere, versus closed systems such as Apple Pay in the West or Alipay in China and Paytm in India. The second front is centralized versus decentralized cash or money. This means regular national currencies versus things like cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And thirdly is fiat currency versus sound money. This third front has similarities with the centralized versus decentralized battle, but this relates to money more being linked to hard assets such as gold and silver. So let's start with looking at open versus closed digital cash and using Apple Pay Cash as an example. So Apple Pay Cash is a service that's currently only available in the US, but Apple has plans to expand it worldwide. It's very convenient to send and request money from people using iMessage. And because so many people have iPhones, it's a feature that can be activated very quickly and be used instead of regular bank transfers or physical cash transactions. But the danger of all this convenience is when things go wrong. It's already a risk to have all of your life contained in your smartphone, including things like your ID, driving licenses, such as what they're digitizing now in New South Wales in Australia, healthcare cards, and a whole bunch of other things that are on your smartphone. But with closed networks such as Apple Pay Cash, if anything goes wrong, it can be a complete disaster. An example of this is explained in an article that was written by Luke Curtis when his Apple ID was shut down incorrectly. He bought an Apple gift card from an online store which was reported as fraudulent. And he had an absolute nightmare restoring his Apple account, in which he had spent $15,000 in his estimation since he had opened his Apple account. I'd really recommend that you read the full story. The link is in the description area below. The main lesson in the story is that closed systems are a huge convenience when they work, and a massive risk when you are shut out and have nobody you can call to escalate a problem to. So let's look at the second front in this digital cash arms race, and that's centralized versus decentralized cash or money. We consider our bank accounts to be open platforms in some kind of way, but banks are making life more and more difficult for everybody as time goes on. Banks today are limiting what you can do with your money in many different ways. And here are some examples. They limit how much cash you can withdraw per day from an ATM. They are shutting more and more branches, which means you can't withdraw cash at the counter very easily. They limit the amount of money that can be transferred from your account to other accounts on a daily basis. Banks are also now linking money to censorship and control. So there are many examples online, especially in the US, of independent journalists having their bank accounts shut down because their views differ from that of mainstream media or the establishment. A final example, banks are also making it very difficult for the average person because of overly cumbersome anti-money laundering and know your customer rules and regulations. So that's AML and KYC regulations. Every time I personally deal with a bank on the phone or face-to-face in the ever-decreasing number of branches, there is a never-ending series of questions that make you feel as if you are a criminal. So in comes cryptocurrency as one solution to this nightmare of the traditional banks. With cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, you can avoid all of the headaches involved with dealing with banks. Having your money in a cryptocurrency wallet means that you are in control of your money and can decide who or where to transfer it to without interference from anyone else. There are many cryptocurrency wallets that allow you to convert your money into different crypto tokens, which all serve different purposes. The potential to do things that were not possible before with regular currency is limitless. A few examples include smart contracts with Ethereum, or copyright management with tokens designed on the blockchain for artists and musicians. And one really cool example of this is the new platform on the website k.im, which will allow artists and anyone really to sell content for cryptocurrency. So let's look at the final front here in the digital cash war, and that's going to be fiat money versus sound money. Central banks have been printing currency for decades, and it declines in value every day thanks to inflation. Historically, over thousands of years, the only long-term store of value has been gold. Gold has survived multiple economic and civilizational collapses over the centuries and will continue to do so in future. Even the Dutch central bank came out a few weeks ago and said in an article that if the system collapses, the gold stock can serve as the basis to build up the financial system again. So if central banks are saying it, you know something's up. The link to the article is below. There are more and more people coming out in the financial community and in their own way are saying that we are close to game over in the current economic system that we've been operating in over the past 100 years or so. In future, technologies such as the blockchain will allow people to mix the benefits of digital technology with physical assets such as gold. Now, one example of this happening right now is goldmoney.com. This is a company that holds gold in its vault that is equal to the value of whatever money you transfer into your account. And the really cool thing is if you want to pay somebody across the world, you can actually transfer grams of gold to their gold money account from your own. And this is all handled digitally instead of moving physical gold. This is just one example of how the latest blockchain technology can be used in ways that were not possible before. There will be even more innovative platforms that will be created in future which nobody has even thought of yet. So in summary, I think that the three main fronts in the digital cash arms race are going to be pretty fascinating to watch and participate in. I personally don't think there will be one digital form of cash in future. That's because the financial opportunity to improve upon government-issued currency will be massive. We will be able to do things that simply weren't possible before, and I think that the future is going to be very exciting as a result. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found that information to be useful. If you want to discuss how to accept payments faster and increase sales in your company by making life easier for your customers, please get in touch via my website, digitalmoneylab.com, and either fill out the contact form or you can book a complimentary 15-minute online consultation. I'd be very happy to discuss your current payment situation and recommend the next steps to deliver a better experience to your customers. The links to the website and social media links are coming up. Once again, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.